Food is closely related to everyone's health and is a concern for everyone. Discussions about the health of GMO foods have never stopped. We interviewed two restaurant owners with opposite views. Take a listen to what they said.
Thad Weinecke, am the operator here at Miami's Best Pizza. I'm not against GMO food. The GMO and non-GMO has not affected us here. I focus on my competition around here. Nobody that I know is really serious about GMO and non-GMO at all. It would be very, very difficult for us to say, you know what, we're only going to serve non-GMO food. We buy our products only from select purveyors. In other words, these purveyors, whether it's a Cisco or a Cheney Brothers or a Gordon Food Service. So in essence, we rely on these people to get us the best foods. We use the best California tomatoes we can buy. Is there a GMO component there? Probably. I mean, down the road. I've never been asked about GMO. I've been doing this for 40 years. So I have not got a question. Nobody's brought me to the counter and say, hey, tell me about GMO foods and what are you using? And I have not had that conversation here yet from anybody. And I see a lot of people. There's a super funny, like a little video online. I can't show you, but it's what it is. It's the classic Italian pizza guy behind the counter, and this like young yuppie comes in asking about his menu and GMO and gluten-free, and the Italian guy swearing at him and saying, what do you want? This is just pizza. But pizza's just kind of a comfort food. Everybody's got their favorite pizza. People aren't really asking yet, oh, is it non-GMO? It's not there yet.
In his view, GMO food is not bad food. However, Nelson Hernandez, the general manager of My Ceviche, has an opposite idea.
My name is Nelson Hernandez. I'm the general manager here at My Ceviche. So we have this vegetarian burrito. You could get it with quinoa. It's organic. And you can add any vegetable you like. We have a lot of different options, and it's really good. It's non-GMO. And we have also a non-GMO cookie, chocolate chip cookie. I started going to Whole Foods recently to get more organic products, more non-GMO products. Non-GMO food is a little bit more pricey, like our organic quinoa. It's a little bit more, and it's because it's harder to get. It's more expensive for us, so we sell it a little more expensive to the customers. I believe our customer here prefer non-GMO. We are in Coral Gables. A lot of them prefer to eat healthy, and they like our non-GMO products. Yeah, they're willing to pay for it. They really don't care because they know it's something healthy for their body. We really don't know what goes into our food, so right, a lot of people are aware of that now. Whatever gets into our food can get us sick eventually. I don't think all GMO foods are bad for you, so I believe there are some that get people probably cancer eventually. I believe in the future that everything's going to be non-GMO. I believe definitely we're getting in the right direction. People are more aware of it now. There's a lot of documentaries out there that people could look at that talk about GMO and non-GMO food and how bad they are for you. So I think definitely we're gonna get into that, and every food non-GMO.
What is GMO food exactly? Is there any research to prove that it is completely harmless? Let us listen to what the expert Dr. Michael Chang has to say.
My name is Dr. Michael Chang. So GMO to me means genetically modified, and about 80% of our food supply today is genetically modified already. So it's something that I've accepted. I don't go out of my way to seek non-GMO foods because I believe in efficiency, really. When you have GMO foods, they're a lot more efficient. You get 2 harvesting seasons in a year, and you're able to produce a food supply that the world needs. Without GMO foods, really, I think 1/3 of the world will be starving because there just won't be enough food to feed everybody. I'm sure there has been countless studies that have proven GMOs are harmless because it is approved by the Food and Drug Administration. Most of the times, the concern that the public has with GMO foods is really due to them not understanding what a GMO food is. So they seem to think that GMO foods are Frankenstein foods, but it's really not. It's just foods that have been genetically modified to be more efficient. Potatoes will be a little bit bigger. And then same thing with any kind of poultry or any kind of meat products too. And the intention there is really to provide a more stable food supply for the world rather than having inadequate or insufficient food. So if there's a concern about what you're eating, it's always best to read the label and figure out what the ingredient is. There really hasn't been any kind of harmful effects that studies or research have shown that has resulted from ingredients or from food that's produced with GMO ingredients. If you feel that you want to eat clean and you want to live clean, then it's entirely up to you to buy foods that are organically grown. In the US, we've really made a lot of advances as far as manufacturing and efficiency. But in Europe, the concept of GMO not something that they accept. So the Europeans tend to prefer things that are natural, and they have much stringent laws against produce or any meats that are grown with genetically modified organisms. I don't usually question the source of the food that I'm eating. I look for other signs. Most of the time, if it's at the right temperature and looks like it's been cooked correctly or manufactured correctly and packaged correctly, I usually make the assumption that it's safe. I think consumers' preference for clean label will override their preference for organic and non-GMO food. But I think longer term is really just more transparency in the food product itself and what is in it and where it's coming from.